This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
I can't believe I got a ticket. I can't believe it.
What happened?
This is such a bizarre and specific story. All right, so
Like, this is a parking ticket or a speeding ticket?
a parking ticket.
Okay.
Okay, so you've seen my car in the parking lot. Like the front license plate has been peeling for like months, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, I know I have to replace this. So recently, I was like, I'm going to get this done. So I look up a Service Ontario.
Mm-hmm.
There's one downtown on Dundas, just west of Bathurst. I'm like, okay, I'm going to carve out a couple hours, just go line up, get the plates replaced, just get this taken care of. So I go line up and I tell them what I need. I fill out the forms and all that. Great. They hand me new plates, and I thought they sort of reprint the same license plate number, so you get the same license. But no, they just handed me two generic plates.
Oh, okay.
Right? I'm like, oh, okay. They're like, oh, before we give these to you, though, you have to hand us your old plates for us to give these to you. You can't keep your old plates. It's like, oh, okay, hold on, stay here. So I run out to my car, and I brought a screwdriver because I knew this might be a thing. So I'm taking off my old plates.
Okay.
And then I run back. Now, I paid for parking until 3 p.m., okay? Now, this probably went until about 3:10. After 3 o'clock, you cannot park on Dundas.
Oh, no.
So I'm looking at my watch. I'm like, okay, it's just like a couple minutes after 3. This is fine. I get the new plates. I go put the one on the front. I go around back. I squat behind my car. I put the new one on the back. I get up, perfect. Look at my watch. It's like 3:08. Hop in the car. Got my new plates. I've returned the old ones. Boom. Finally got this taken care of. Off my to-do list.
Amazing.
As I sit down in my car, I see the yellow ticket flapping from my
I hate
wiper.
that. I hate when that happens. That feeling of, wait,
Yeah.
what?
And I'm like, okay, this must have happened when I was in the Service Ontario and my old plates were in the car. So you know the first thought that went through my head? I was like,
They're gonna charge it to the old plates.
I'm like, I don't have to pay this. Those old plates no longer exist. Those are out of the system. So I'm like, sweet, no problem. I didn't even take the ticket. I just drove home with it in my windshield.
No, you didn't.
I did. I drove home like, if it flies off, it's for my old plates. Who cares? This is a phantom ticket. I get home to my parking garage.
Phantom ticket said nobody ever, by the way. Okay.
So I grab it, and I'm thinking, I get it when I get home. I look at it, and the license number is the new license plate number.
How?
I go, but I was in the presence of the car the whole time the new plates were on. Then I go, the only time it couldn't have happened when I was putting my front plate on because I was at the front. In the 2 minutes I was squatting behind my vehicle, a parking officer was putting in a ticket, and I was behind my car squatting. He probably thought I was hiding.
How did he not? Well, first of all, how did you not see him, and how did he not see you?
I have no idea. I was so laser focused on screwing in the plate. I don't know.
Have you ever used a screwdriver before?
Apparently not. How many deep shows does it take to put in a... And then I thought, oh man, I'm going to have to pay this $30 ticket, whatever. Oh, no. $185.
No.
Yep.
That much?
Mm-hmm.
What? And you were there the whole time?
And I was there the whole time.
I guarantee you he saw you squatting.
But then he would have seen me changing my license
doesn't
plates
matter.
unless he thought I was hiding.
Doesn't matter. He saw you squatting, and now he's telling his side of the story, and everyone's laughing
On
at
his
you.
morning show.
Maybe in the description of why you got a ticket, it was like hiding from a parking ticketing officer.
Either
Maybe
way,
that's what it says.
From now until the day I die, this will be the most bizarre parking ticket story of my life. I want to know, what are your I can't believe I got a ticket stories? Maybe it was parking. Maybe it was speeding.
Squatting. I
Maybe
don't know.
it was squatting. What are your I can't believe I got a ticket stories? Give us a call, 416-872-CHFI.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Hey, so I got a parking ticket recently while I was changing my license plates at a Service Ontario. I was parked on Dundas Street, and you couldn't park there after 3 o'clock. It was like 3:05, 3:08. I was squatting behind the car, unscrewing my old license plate and putting on the new one. And at some point, while squatting behind my car, a parking officer came and dropped, was it like 180, 185 on my front windshield? And I didn't even see this happen.
Oh, wow.
While changing my plates, and I cannot believe I got a ticket.
The fact that you didn't see them and they didn't see you, I mean, it's just bizarre. Very
Super
bizarre. Or maybe on purpose. Maybe he saw you and gave you one anyway, saying, you hiding? You hiding from me? We want to know, what is your I can't believe I got a ticket story? Let's go to Anna and Ajax. So you got a ticket this past weekend clearing the snow off your driveway. What happened?
parked my car in front of my house, went inside to get my boots and my coat, start the snowblower and come out through my garage. And by the time I got out, my car was already ticketed.
No.
What?
$110.
What?
Yeah, and I was already ticketed, and I didn't even see them.
Oh my God. So you parked your car on the street so that you could go in and get ready to shovel your driveway. That's the only reason why it's on the street. And you got a ticket?
That's correct. $110.
I think this might be even more egregious than me squatting behind a car getting a ticket. That's even more infuriating because you're at home.
Oh. So then I did ask them, and I said, I was just inside getting my stuff ready and getting prepared to come out. And he said, well, you weren't present on your driveway. You weren't standing on your driveway. And I thought, oh, my.
That is not cool. Anna, thank you so much for sharing that. That makes me feel a little better, but I feel bad for you.
All right. Take care. Have a great day.
That's even more egregious. It's more infuriating when you're at home.
That's just some bad luck, too. Because, they got to clear, that they have to clear the snow. And so you're not supposed to park on the street. But that's a good reason to park on the street.
I want to know about your I can't believe I got a ticket stories. Let's go to Kyle in Halton Hills. What happened?
So I was driving to the office, and it was an extremely busy day. Roads were very busy, and I'm making a left turn at a stop sign. I'm in a lineup of 10 cars, I guess, and I'm stopped at the stop sign, and I wait my turn, and I drive through. And I get pulled over literally right after the stop sign saying I ran the stop sign. And I'm like, officer, it's stop and go and everything. The guy in front of me had stopped illegally past the stop sign, line and turned left, right? So when it was my turn, I was already behind the line. He's like, you didn't drive up to the line. But I was already at the line. Just the guy in front of me had already been passed. Anyways, 4 days later this month, and we'll see how it goes. But I have literally photo evidence from the video camera from my office, which is right there.
Wow. This feels so unfair. It's one of those things where you don't want to be like, but it's not fair. But it's not.
Yeah, this is a TBD. Kyle, you give us a call back once there's a resolution. Now I'm invested. I want to know what happens here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Another person texting in saying, my buddy got a parking ticket when he was getting his tires changed at the garage.
Huh?
What?
How is that even possible?
That is what he said. They pulled it off the hoist, and while he was paying, and the car was out front, he got the ticket. That is nuts.
How do they hide so well?
I don't know where they come from.
Do. And wow, are you writing us on our text line at 981-981? So many texts coming in, including this one from Ramesh in Etobicoke saying, got a parking ticket as a young driver for putting my coins in the meter behind the car rather than one in front. Learned that lesson the hard way. Oh,
that's unfortunate,
That's
Ramesh.
really unfortunate.
Bob in Trenton, what happened to you?
I have a disability parking pass, and I was in Richmond Hill at a teacher conference. Backed in, make sure that they could see me. I have the pass held up with Velcro so you can see it clearly. But apparently it was over top of the expiry date, and I got a $350 ticket because they said they couldn't see it.
No.
But tell me, you were able to reason with them and then get that expunged, right?
Not yet. March 17th is my phone call with them to say, you know what, I was at a teacher conference. I'm a vet. I backed in so you could see the disability sticker.
Right.
And you gave me a ticket.
I tell you what, Bob, we got a couple of TBD situations. When you get this resolved, call us back because we want to know what happened, all right?
I certainly will. Thanks, guys.
Good luck with it.
Good luck.
Have a good day. Thanks.
Speaking of TBD, are you finding yours?
I paid it right away.
You're like, this phantom ticket is a real ticket.
I don't like loose ends. And honestly, I was in an area on Dundas you're not supposed to be after 3 o'clock. I don't really have as much of a leg to stand on as Kyle or Bob or Anna who've called in. So, no, I just paid mine. Another text coming in here. This is crazy. I didn't know this. Gordon from Toronto texting in to say he was in Iceland with his wife. On the way to the airport, they were leaving Iceland. Empty road. If you've been to Iceland, I've been there. It's a lot of empty, desolate, gray roads. Empty road. He was going 120 in 100 to get to the airport, which is kind of acceptable here.
Everybody kind of does that here.
He got a speeding ticket. Guess how much it was for?
$300.
$850. And I said to Gordon, I go, did you just not pay it because it's in another country and you're leaving? He goes, no, you have to pay it on spot with his visa.
No.
$850, and he said he will never forget it. So if you're going to Iceland, do not speed.
Okay. Do you feel better?
A little bit, but I feel really bad for Gordon.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
It's National Eyelash Day.
Do these need a day?
It's a day to celebrate Eyelashes. And you know what? A lot of women, either they get like the extensions, their eyelash extensions, or they wear the falsies like I do. It's just like it opens up the eye. And I got to tell you.
It opens up the eye? Is this like putting your wine in a decanter?
Yes, it tastes better. No, they just look better. I find that if I'm wearing lashes, I feel like $1 million. I don't know why. I just do.
I'm glad if it makes you feel like $1 million, then I'm all for it. But let me just tell you something on behalf of guys.
Oh, no.
We don't notice your lashes. We don't notice your eyebrows. The only time we do is if you've done something horribly wrong to your eyebrows or your lashes are so egregiously long that it's the first thing we see on your face when you walk into a room.
Right. I mean, there is such thing as like too much. Some people do like really, really long lashes. But hey, like if it makes you feel like $1 million, all the power to you.
Sure.
But it is one of those things where I will admit that I have, with my false lashes, I have taken them off. And I don't know where one of them ends up sometimes. Like it's just lost. I don't know how. It just gets lost. And then I'll see my husband walking by and it's like attached to his sock or something. It's happened so many times. And I'm like,
okay,
oopsies.
Lashes are like daily contacts, okay? Once they're off your lashes, throw them out.
No.
Get new ones. Let me tell you.
You can reuse them.
It was a girl, an ex-girlfriend of mine. I didn't know she had fake lashes. Because again, I don't pay attention to this stuff. And she had always had them on. So one morning, I woke up, went to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and I screamed because I saw a spider on the counter. So I grabbed a towel.
Hold on, wait a minute. You scream when you see spiders in your house?
Yeah, that's right. High pitched.
Okay.
So I grabbed a towel, rolled it up, and started swatting at it to get this thing. And then it wasn't moving. And I realized as I examined closer, it was her lashes on my counter. They should either be on your face or in the garbage, never on my counter. It's disgusting. I did not know that they come off your face like that. Imagine my shock. I didn't even know she wore fake lashes.
Did you have a conversation about it or did she just hear you screaming and she left?
Put these somewhere else, roll them in a napkin, throw them out. I don't want them on my counter.
Okay.
Relationship didn't last much longer after that.
Because you were screaming when you saw the spider. That's probably why.
It's gross. What's the male equivalent? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just going to take off like my hair and put it all over your counter. Like, it's disgusting. It'd be like me leaving my toupee or on your beside your toothbrush.
Wow,
It's disgusting.
They've made a lot of comparisons. Let's just celebrate the eyelash day. I'm going to back them at you as we speak.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Pooja and Gurdeep Show presents.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. If you are somebody who takes your cell phone and before you go to bed, you plug it in to charge it overnight.
What?
And
That's everybody.
And you leave it there, you're doing it wrong.
That's every person I know. We all charge our phone overnight. It's the logical time to charge it.
It makes sense because you want to wake up with your battery at 100% charged.
Can I tell you, there's like nothing worse than starting your day where if your charger had come loose or for whatever reason the connection's loose and you start your day and you're at like 21%. I feel like I'm at 21%.
It's so true. It's so true. I start to panic.
Yeah.
And then you got to find a charger. It's a whole thing. And, but if you're doing this, the reason why it's bad is you're actually reducing the battery life in your phone. And you might think, oh, okay, well, what's the big deal? It's that over time, your phone is just going to stop working and not charging properly and not doing what it needs to do because slowly that battery is deteriorating by charging it to 100% and then leaving it on the charge.
When are you supposed to charge it? Because when people wake up, you pretty much have your phone on your person all day.
What you're supposed to actually do is not even charge it to 100%. You're only supposed to charge it to like 80 to 90%.
Who's going to sit by their phone and charge it to, and why does it go to 100 then?
It goes to 100, which is great. But then over time, that sort of creates this chemical aging of the battery. And they say it will deteriorate roughly 10 to 15% faster over your phone's lifetime.
Okay, if this is true, this is really dumb. And this should not be on the consumers to sit by their phone and let it go to 80 and to find other pockets of time in the day to charge their phone. Work around the consumer's needs. People charge their phone at night and then they use it all day because we're addicted to them. Phone manufacturers, fix this.
Fix this. Not to mention, how much do we spend on these smartphones? We spend so much money. Of course you want it fully charged. And don't you think it should say that somewhere? Maybe it does say that in that manual that nobody reads.
I've charged my phone overnight every night for like the last 15 years, and I've never had a problem with my phone just like the battery just dying.
Okay, I feel the same way as you. But then producer Steph recently had to take her phone in. This is your son's phone.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
And I hate to tell you, Pooja's right.
Hold on, what kind of phone is it though? Don't tell me it's an Android, isn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. That's not what
I've
the
been
text
on
said.
iPhones for years, and I've never
It
had
doesn't
this
matter.
issue.
So I used to have iPhones, and the same thing would happen where the battery would die. And the tech always told me when I'd bring it in to see what was wrong with my battery. The same thing that they told you on the first cell phones that we have these lithium batteries or whatever they are, is that we shouldn't keep them plugged in because it kills the battery.
That was 1996.
I
That was
know.
30 years ago.
Exactly. So when I brought his phone in and she said the same thing to me, she's like, that's what happened to his phone. The battery burnt the whole inside of his phone because he leaves it plugged in even when he's playing with it or charging it overnight. And she said the number one repair that she does on every single phone.
He's charging it all day?
No, he'll sometimes if he's playing a game, he'll go and he'll plug it in and he'll play while it's plugged in, or he'll leave it plugged in overnight.
Past the full charge.
Yeah, because she says power continues to go to your phone. She said the number one repair they do on any type of phone is battery repair.
Did she
nonstop.
also say, Pooja will tell you you're doing it wrong,
Yes.
wrong. Just the messenger.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Pooja, you just taught us that we were all charging our batteries wrong by charging them overnight. Apparently, you're not supposed to do that.
I think the more important thing is don't charge them to a full capacity of 100%.
That just seems so counterintuitive.
Aim for 80 or 90 if you want the battery life to last longer.
Good advice for your kids, too, when they're doing their test. Don't try for 100. Aim for 80. That's where you want to be.
I mean, it's not bad advice.
Jim from Scarborough, what do you think about all this?
It's a simple fix. The cell phone manufacturers only need to put in a limiter in there. We have 3 Teslas in our family, and we can set the maximum charge, which means it shuts off. And yes, we only charge the cars to 80%, but there's no way to limit that on your phone because they don't want it. I believe they don't want that in there because you're protecting the battery.
So the Samsung has that setting where you can charge your phone just to 85%. I don't have it on. My boyfriend does. I don't get it, but they do have it on the Samsung.
Oh, there's a setting?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to look for it. I know my wife has a Samsung.
Why
I'll
don't
have
they
to look.
just make 85 100, though, then?
I don't know.
Like, I just feel like they're messing with us on purpose.
Because they want you to buy more cell phones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need to be able.
Right, but I mean,
phones
just
need to be able to turn off the charge.
just adjust the scale, though. Make 85 100. Like, it's an easy...
And don't tell you it's 85?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like when you set your
'Cause
alarm clock
mentally-
and you're like, oh, you know that the time's not right, but you
Yeah.
still fool yourself into thinking that you're,
Yeah.
on time.
It's not 10 minutes ahead, but
Yeah.
you choose to live your life under a fraud.
Under fraud.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jim, thanks for the call, buddy.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
And thanks, Jim, because now I've just looked it up on my iPhone. There is actually a setting in your battery health and charging section.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose the optimized battery charging, and then my maximum capacity says 85%. So it looks like I'm not doing it wrong.
Okay.
You doing it wrong.
Me?
I think you are.
Yeah, I'm at 100.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to leave it that way.
Okay.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Canada, U.S. tonight. It feels like the only story right now. It's what I think everybody is talking about and dialed into, whether you're a hockey fan, a hardcore puckhead like myself, or just patriotic. You're just a Canada fan. Like, even if you're not a hockey fan, you get on board because you're Canadian, you care about your country. This is one where we all stand together, regardless of political stripe or whatever. You're just cheering for Canada tonight, right?
It's like the World Cup. Like, I don't watch Italy play soccer. All the
Sure.
like smaller teams play soccer. But then when it's World Cup, I'm like, go Italy.
Yeah.
Same thing.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
This isn't your club team. This
Yeah.
is your nation. And all the players will go back to their club teams after this. The NHL resumes on Saturday, but tonight it is all about national and international supremacy. Canada or U.S., who is the best hockey nation? So my guess is Justin Trudeau is going to be there. He was at Saturday's game. U.S. President Donald Trump has been invited. We don't know if he's actually going to show up or not. You think he's going to be there, Trumpy?
I don't know, probably. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's everywhere now. Like,
Right.
literally just taking any opportunity to have his face everywhere.
The game's in Boston, which is not like a super long flight from Washington or wherever he is,
Yeah.
Mar-a-Lago, I'm not sure. Okay, so you know how politicians always make these like fun, friendly bets? Like if our team wins, we're going to send you like a Canadian, whatever. If your team wins, we'll send you Canadian maple syrup,
Right.
and we'll wear your jersey. And if your
Right.
team wins, they make these friendly bets, right?
Yep.
I thought of one, and I want to run it by you. It is an outrageous hypothetical, strictly hypothetical, but I want to know if you would accept this bet.
Okay.
This is the bet. So picture this, okay? So Trump and Trudeau both show up. They're in a box. The camera picks them up, like chit-chatting, making pleasantries in a box. And one of them offers this to the other. If Canada wins, no tariffs. Scrap the tariffs. Never want to hear about the tariffs again. If U.S. wins, tariffs start tomorrow. It's risky. It's risky. What do you think?
I want to say yes. I would need them to win. I would need Canada to absolutely win.
And it's like, I'm trying to be objective here. Obviously, I'm a huge Canada fan, but objectively, this game is basically a coin flip. Like, we're very good. U.S. is also very good. They did
jinx it, though.
They did beat us in the round robin, although they also beat us in the round robin in 2010, which no one remembers, and then we went on to win the whole Olympics. So
I don't know. It's our game. I have faith.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
You
a scary
willing to
bet.
you willing to risk it?
I don't know. I need some time to think about it. I don't know.
I'm going to be bold for the sake. I don't know if I actually feel this way, but for the sake of this segment, I'm going to say I will take the bet. I will take the bet that we never hear about tariff talk again if Canada wins tonight, and we get slapped with them tomorrow if U.S. wins.
I'm sure Trump would think of something else, though, to do. Even if he lost, he'd find something else
Yeah,
to
we
do
need
to us.
lawyers to write this up. Okay, this is my question for you. Strictly hypothetical. We'll have some fun with it. Would you be willing to play the game tonight for the tariffs? If Canada wins, no tariffs. If U.S. wins, tariffs.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Canada-U.S., it's happening in 13 hours on Sportsnet, 8 o'clock tonight. You know, politicians always make bets amongst each other when there's a big game. It's like, hey, if we win, you got to wear our jersey, and if you win, we got to wear your jersey. I'm picturing a scenario whereby Trudeau and Trump both show up tonight. Let's just say, I don't know if they're going to be there, but...
And they switch ties.
They switch ties, yes. Trudeau gets the 8-foot Trump tie. No, they're in a box, and imagine one of them asks the other one, hey, how's this for a friendly bet tonight? Would you be willing to scrap the tariffs if Canada wins? And if U.S. wins, the tariffs begin tomorrow. Ooh. So basically, would you play for the tariffs? That's what we want to know. You can drop us a text at 981-981 if you're willing to pay for the tariffs or if you think this is a terrible idea. Anna in King City, what say you?
Absolutely not.
Not feeling too good about Canada's chances, huh?
No. Canada, I trust. It's Mr. Trump I don't. He'll renege.
So you think even if Canada wins, you think he's going to back out of the bet?
Of course.
I didn't, it seems a few people are saying that. I didn't even conceive that. I guess it just means instead of a handshake bet, this has got to be written down and ironclad. It's got to be a contract.
Would that matter?
No, he'll find another way out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, this seems to be, I should have given choice A, B, and C because a lot of people seem to be going with C here. Anna, we appreciate your call and go Canada, go.
I love CHFI. You guys are great in the morning.
We love you too. You should call us more often, Anna.
Now that I got your number.
It's an open line.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Would you play for the tariffs? I.e., if Canada wins tonight, U.S. has to scrap any tariff talk with us. And if U.S. wins, the tariffs kick in. Would you be willing to play for that? Gino in Maple, what do you say?
Yes, make the bet.
Might as well, right? Let's add some stakes to it.
Yes, player for player, Canada is the better team. Player for player.
Yes, I would agree with you there. I think Canada has more high-end talent at the top of the roster, McDavid, McKinnon, McCarr. The only area I'm a little concerned is goaltending.
Yeah. Yes, but I believe we'll pull through tonight.
I sure hope so. Gino, thanks so much for the call. Go Canada, go.
Go Canada, go. Good luck.
Text coming in from Sam in Pickering saying no to the bet. There's enough pressure on these athletes to represent their country. Could you imagine that weight added to your shoulders? That's a very valid point, Sam. That's why it's just a silly hypothetical. But I love that you guys are weighing in on this. Keep your thoughts coming at 981-981. Would you be willing to play for the tariffs? If Canada wins, no tariffs. If the U.S. wins, the tariffs kick in. Would you be willing to put that on the line? Jim in Scarborough, what do you say?
No.
No because you don't think we're going to win, or no because you think that someone's going to back out of the deal?
Trump will spin it. The refs were not calling the correct calls. The players on the U.S. team took a bribe. He'll make up things just to support his own theory.
Okay.
He's done it so many times. No way. I won't take the bet. I'm confident that Canada's going to take the game tonight, but no, Trump will just back out somehow.
Okay, see, I thought this was a binary choice, but it seems that secret option C, no, because Trump's going to back out, is actually quite a popular selection. Jim, thank you for the call.
You're welcome.
Text coming in here, 981-981. Hey, good morning. It's Derek from Toronto. I think we should put it all on the line because whether we like it or not, I think those tariffs are coming. So this is a way to at least try and stop it. Let's roll the dice. Have a great morning. That's an interesting voice. If you think that they're an inevitability, and I'm not of that camp, if you think they're an inevitability, then sure, why not? At least take a 50-50 shot at maybe avoiding them, right?
Right.
Okay, I love this. Keep your text coming. Of course, this is a ridiculous hypothetical.
Is it?
I mean, here we are, right?
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Huge game tonight. I've already got some butterflies. 12 hours from now, we'll all be on the couch or at the pub watching this one. Canada-US, Four Nations face-off. It's on Sportsnet tonight. And I've come up with a ridiculous hypothetical because, you know, politicians always make friendly bets with each other. Like, you know, we'll send you maple syrup. You send us chicken wings or whatever. Well, maybe not chicken wings right now with the bird flu, but you know what I mean. So I'm wondering, if there was a hypothetical bet, would you take it? And this is the bet. Would you play for the tariffs tonight? I.e., if Canada wins, tariffs are scrapped. If U.S. wins, the tariffs kick in tomorrow. That's what I want to know. It's completely hypothetical. Just having some fun this morning. Katrina from Fort Erie, would you take it?
100% taking the bet.
Yes,
But
okay.
The team needs to watch every motivational TED Talk, every motivational kid president video, and have a pep talk by their mom.
So TED Talks, and forget the coach. They need talks from their mom.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you're the mom of one of the players, what are you saying?
Okay, boys, you're going to go out there and you are going to do your best. You are going to make not just me proud, but our country proud. And you have it in you. Dig deep and show us what you've got.
Yeah! Ready to run through the glass wall in this studio for you, Katrina.
We are ready. Yes.
Well said, Katrina. Thank you for the call.
Have a great day.
Fired up after Katrina.
Yeah.
Steph and I ready to get into 3 fights in 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's go. Game time tonight, 8 o'clock on Sportsnet, Canada and U.S., the Four Nations Face-Off Championship game. I'm nervous. I feel good about it. I don't see U.S. beating us twice. They beat us in the round robin, so I'm feeling good. I feel like Canada's found some gel with the way they got their lines going now.
Are you more nervous about the game tonight or going on a first date?
The game.
Oh, wow. Really?
I'm good at first dates.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm great at first dates. It's like when you get to like date 20 and 25. That's when I'm like, la-di-da. So what else? Run out of stuff to talk about?
Oh, wow.
Get bored?
Okay.
Date one, I kill first dates.
Do you?
Yeah, but it's like the law of diminishing returns. Like if you graph it, it gets progressively worse.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to go the opposite
I
direction.
peak at the first date and then it goes down.
Wow.
Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. I want to know, would you be willing to play for the tariffs tonight? Canada wins, no tariffs. U.S. wins, tariffs. A ridiculous hypothetical, but what say you, Tammy in Little Britain?
100%.
Yeah, tell me why.
Because we're going to win anyway, so we got nothing to lose.
Yes. Tammy, I love the confidence. I am with you. Let's do it. Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Good luck.
Text coming in at 981-981 saying, I think we should put it all on the line because whether we like it or not, those tariffs are coming in. So if this is a way to stop it, we got a 50% chance. Let's roll the dice. Have a great morning. That's Derek in Toronto. I mean, if you frame it that way, if you believe they're coming in, then you might as well do it, I guess, right? He's using logic there. 981-981 is how you text us with your thoughts on whether you would want to play for the tariffs tonight.
I have a bet. What if they switch hair?
Huh?
Trump and Trudeau switch hairstyles.
Why would Trudeau take that bet? He's got nothing to gain. He's got zero to gain.
Because it's just fun and hypothetical.
Oh, man. You're taking that bet all day if you're Trumping. All right. Canada and U.S. tonight, the Four Nations face-off final. If Saturday was any indication, it's going to be insane. I don't think there'll be all the fighting there was necessarily right off the hop, but it is going to be a passionate, fired-up game. And ridiculous hypothetical question we're throwing out. Would you be willing to play for the tariffs? I.e., Canada wins, U.S. has to scrap the potential tariffs. U.S. wins, the tariffs kick in.
This would be great if everybody followed the rules, though, and just did it.
Right, but it's a big gamble as well
I know.
because Canada's amazing, so is U.S. Like in terms of the teams are both stacked. David from Milton, would you take the bet?
As much as I'm rooting for Canada, I'd say no, just because the first rule of gambling is don't gamble with something you're not willing to lose.
Very wise word. That may be the most sobering and wise phrase we've heard all morning.
Yeah, I just think there'd be a lot of risk to put on that. And on top of which, if we lose, we have to take the tariffs. We can't negotiate or fight with them. afterwards. So
This is true, and I'm just trying to think of, like, obviously I'm trying to channel winning tonight, but if we did lose, imagine waking up tomorrow morning knowing we lost the game. Oh, and there's now tariffs in place. That's like the worst 1-2 punch we've seen since last week's snowstorm and this weekend's snowstorm.
exactly, yeah.
David, thanks so much for the wise words, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks a lot, man.
David says, don't gamble something you're not willing to lose. That's
the first rule.
Spoken like a man who's lost a couple big bets in his lifetime. Hey, like he's speaking from experience.
Don't do it.
First rule of Fight Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't talk about it. Don't gamble.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
It's really a time we're all trying to buy Canadian, right? Like, and I don't know if this was something you already paid attention to. I'll admit, before all this tariff talk came in, when I'm grocery shopping, whatever, I just buy the stuff that I'm in the habit of buying. I don't really tend to look at where things are made, but I do now.
Yeah, and there was some stuff before all this that I would look and I'm like, oh, is it made in Canada? I think it was like things like maple syrup. I wanted to make sure that it was made here in Canada because it tastes better.
Oh, totally.
But now, just like you, I'm like making sure I'm turning it around and looking. I didn't realize how much stuff was actually made here, which is great.
Yeah, that makes it easier to shop. By the way, if we're buying maple syrup from anywhere but Canada, I feel like they should take our passport away. Like, what are we doing?
And why is it in the store?
It should not even carry it. Okay, so there's a few ways. We've looked into this. There's a few ways you can do this. If you're also just trying to buy a little bit more Canadian, you're like, how do I start? When you're at the grocery store, I didn't always know this, but just checking the product, like Steph said, turn the product around, have a look. You want to look for either made in Canada, product of Canada, assembled in Canada, or imported by Canada. A lot of them will say that. However, there's also a couple of apps that are out now where you can scan the barcode and it'll tell you where they think the product is from. So I went and did some primary research yesterday.
Ooh.
Went to the grocery store, downloaded the app. So there's two of them. There's one called CanMade, CAN-made, and there's another one called Check the Label. They're both kind of like the Yuka app where it brings up like a little barcode thing. You scan it and it tells you, we think this product originated here, and it tells you with a certain degree of confidence, like, oh, there's a 70% chance that this is
right. Okay.
We can tell you this is confidently Canadian. So it's not completely foolproof, but it's helpful. I tried it out on a few items yesterday, yogurt and Lay's potato chips, which I know are Canadian, and that's checked out. So it's just good. I mean, if you're debating between two different types of yogurt, one is Canadian, the other one's not. I'm like, okay, well, this makes my decision easy for me. Then I'm going to go with the Canadian one.
So when it tells you with a certain degree of confidence, where are they getting this confidence from?
I think so. This thing looks like it's crowdsourced. So it's a fairly new app. So like people are basically saying this is where it's from. And the more people that like vote for it, it's sort of crowdsourced, I guess.
Can't remember which app I used to use too that started out and there wasn't a lot of users on it. And it was the same thing. They were supposed to input all the ingredients and everything on everything you were eating. Mm-hmm. And then I had deleted it. And then I went years later and I'm like, oh, this thing's still around. I went on way better because more people started using it. Right. And it made more sense to use it at that point.
With a little bit of runway.
People on these.
Yes. So once again, those two apps, if you want to get them, CanMade, CAN-made, and the other one is called Check the Label, and the things you want to look at on the back of products, made in Canada, product of Canada, assembled in Canada, imported by Canada, or just look for that good old maple leaf.
And I'll tell you something I bought the other day. I can't remember what the product was, but I turned it around to make sure. It said imported from Scarborough. I'm like, what?
Oh, wow.
Imported from
Did you have to pay
Scarborough?
Import taxes from Scarborough?
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.